Hello everybody, and welcome back to the channel. I'm up here again for my 5th visit to actually I've been here more than 5 times, to the plant at Rutherford. And this is another installment, Watch Us Grow. This is Watch Us Grow 5, if anybody's been keeping track. And there's a lot of things going on in this video. I got a comment from one of my I guess I'm going to call her a dedicated viewer. She said on the last video, there's a few things I didn't explain good enough. And I'm going to try to cross that bridge today and get that explained a little better for her. Well, I'm out here at the front. I wanted to show you, yes, the second bin is up all the way. And I had another subscriber today comment, said his wife said the second bin is 6 inches shorter than the first one. And I'm here to tell you they're the same height. And I may climb up there someday and show her that, but that's not going to happen today. There's too many twos. It's too hot, I'm too tired, and I'm too old, and that's way too high for me, so I'm not going up there tonight. One thing that happened, we built that little electrical room, and I had you in there on the last video, and we got looking at that nice new siding, and then we got looking at the siding on this building here, and I'll show you. I hope the sun doesn't interfere. That's how faded it is. So that's with one coat, I think. They're giving it 2 coats. We got some high school students here, and they're painting. They've got the back done and trimmed. It looks pretty nice. We're just freshening it up a little bit. And I'll walk over here. One thing, and I don't know whether you noticed in that first clip, the roof conveyor is up there for the first bin, and this is the conveyor for the second bin. It's probably going to go up next week. And what they do, they put it all together, crane it up in one piece. Anyway, there's that. The other thing that went on today, we give this white a coat, and it looks like it might need another coat. The problem is I went to get more paint today. Oh, we don't have any more. We only had the 1 can. Well, 1 can around here don't go very far. It was a 5-gallon can, but anyway. So in another week, we'll have more paint. But I think they did paint some green today. She's pretty hot. Paint sticking anyway. I'm going to take you inside, actually both bins. But I'm going to take you in. This bin is nearly completed, the first bin. And it wasn't the last time I was here. I like to come when there's nobody here for a lot of reasons. It's awful noisy when everybody's here. Okay, I'll kind of speak quiet because it echoes in here. These are those chutes I was telling you about earlier for the side draw. And there's a hole inside here that goes outside. And that's how most of the grain that goes back through the house will come out of there. When it gets down so it won't flow, then we got to go through the conveyor and the floor. And I'm going to take it in the other bin. Floor's not in the other bin yet, so you'll get to see that. Anyway, the person that commented wanted to know about these slide gates. And Frank builds these gates and with bars on them so you can't get your foot in there. And there's 3 control rods, 3 from this side, 2 from the other side. And I think there's six holes in the floor, 6 gates. It's a 1/2 inch plate for a slide. And these are big holes. Like one fella commented that you could throw a Honda into that hole. Well, sometimes grain cakes up. And with these bars on there, if there's a big hunk, sometimes it won't go through the grate. So you want to have lots of openings. The other thing I wanted to talk about is this sweep auger. It's not a sweep auger, it's called a paddle sweep. And the reason we have a paddle sweep, you don't get in the bin with a paddle sweep, you just come in, plug it in. Once it's plugged in, she's good to go. And if you were to not pay attention and get close to this thing, these are rubber paddles. All they're going to do is boot your foot out. So that's why we use paddle sweeps. And if they go around twice, there'll only be very few bushels left. All you have to do is there's a little bit on this outside edge, about 6 inches, that the paddle sweep doesn't pick up. And they're self-propelled. They're driven by these wheels. And the reason all these jacks are on there, this thing is what we call parked. When you turn it on, it won't go ahead because these wheels are off the ground. That's what that jack does. And these jacks here, they lift the paddle sweep up a little bit and support it when all the grain's in here. So it will start, if the grain's 10 feet deep in here, it'll take the grain right down to the floor. And then just simply come in, screw these jacks up, screw the jacks up, and then screw the drive wheel down, and it'll send itself around. 2 revolutions, and there's only a little bit of sweeping left. We have quite a bunch of these in Dresden, and anyway, that's our paddle sweep. Work really, really good. And all we do, what the electrician does, wire a plug comes to here, then we just bring a cord in, hook it in the pigtail, and away we go. These are those heat cables I talked about earlier. She's a big hole. Anyway, I'm going to go in the other bin. Oh, I wanted to show you this floor. It's an aeration floor. And we're standing on, I think there's about 16 inches under this floor. And I'll show you that in the other bin. Okay, they haven't started putting planks in yet, but they've put these ladders in. These are the supports that hold the floor. Then they just come along and set the floor on top. And Frank has already installed the drag with the slide gates and everything. He doesn't have the controllers to open and close the gates, but that comes after the floor's in. But this is what the drying floor looks like before we put the drying floor on top. And they'll probably have that done. They'll have it done Friday for sure. Today's Wednesday. And there's 2 fans that go on. I'll show you they go around the outside. This floor is all marked where those pieces go. piece of cake. The fan comes out over here. The fans are still sitting on the pad over there. The all those pieces on the pad, they are slowly disappearing. Fan sits right on here and blows in here. I see they put the pins in today to bolt this down. This is our drag that we use, empty underneath. We use drags instead of augers. I don't know, we think it's less damage, I don't know. And that's something that we build, or Frank builds in the shop in Dresden. Anyway, that's about it. So there's another conveyor that will dump into this conveyor, and so on. There, they've got this fan mounted. So that's what the fan looks like. There's two of them on each bin, so a total of four. And they're fairly quiet. They push a lot of air. I want to invite everybody to the tractor parade at the Three Oaks Respite Center. It was on last week's video. So give us a like and a subscribe, and catch you on the next video.